New at 11, we've got your window seat to Southern California's newest high-flying home. The 747 Wing House was years in the making, and tonight Francie Rewald has finally moved into her new Malibu home. Southern California is no stranger to unusual, oddball, even eye-opening homes. But this, the 747 Wing House in Malibu, is taking architecture to new heights.
I'm standing under the tail stabilizers. I live under wings.
The wings of a 747 jet.
It's turned out to be very feminine, very sleek, very curvaceous.
It may be the ultimate crash pad now, but building this dream home was more like a long-haul flight. Let's rewind to 2006, when we first met Francie Rewald at an airplane graveyard in the Mojave Desert.
But this is approximately the roof section of where the kitchen will be. I'll be cooking and looking out my window at Oxnard Lights and the Channel Islands.
That's Francie meeting with her architect on the wing of her future home.
All right, let's jump. 1, 2, 3, up! Come on!
350 tons of scrap metal, a junked 747 reimagined as a house high atop a mountain in Malibu.
And you can see the scale is quite massive. Each wing is 110 feet long, 47 feet wide.
Architect David Hertz used each of those wings to create the roofs for Francie's main and guest house.
So this piece is the caretaker's house.
Francie's new home was 28th off the assembly line at Boeing. She bought the stripped-down 747 for $30,000, charging it to her credit card to rack up airline miles. But how do you move a 747 from the Mojave Desert to Malibu? First, it took a blowtorch. Then, a police escort.
We then had to close 3 major freeways.
And a Chinook helicopter capable of lifting wing halves that tipped the scales at 10,000 pounds.
It's certainly unusual to see wings being flown over Malibu and dropped into place.
The site itself is historic, once owned by the late acclaimed designer Tony Duquette. His eccentric enclave, scattered with pagodas and pavilions, burned to the ground in the 1993 Green Meadows Malibu wildfire.
I've waited 5 years. I've been building this.
And you can't fully realize until you live here and appreciate it is the light and the way that light and shadow and the sun enters the house and hits a certain surface.
And it's recycling on a super jumbo scale. The goal, to reuse as many of the plane's 4.5 million pieces and parts as possible.
And so we looked at the airplane much like an American Indian might look at a buffalo, and that we should consume all the pieces of that plane.
Cabin windows get a second life.
Makes a great window.
The engine cowling, a soon-to-be fountain.
The water will spill over the edge.
Even the wing's landing lights are being put to good use.
There's no mistaking that it's a wing.
No. It's a huge leap of faith.
A wing and a prayer, David.
That's right, that's right.
2 wings, a prayer, and a dream that really took off.
I'll have the rest of my life here.
There are several other structures still in the works, including a meditation pavilion being built from the nose cone of the jet. For a photo gallery and much more information on the Wing House project, you can log on to our website, abc7.com.
That is absolutely stunning.
Isn't that great?
It's going to be amazing when it's finally finished.
Yeah.